When you give to the United Way, where exactly does your donation go? It goes to more than 110 different United Way agencies. Your donation helps your neighbors, the people of Dallas, McKinney, Ennis, Louisville, Plano, Allen, Frisco, and Rockwall. And 91 cents out of every single dollar you donate goes to those who need your help. It takes only 9 cents out of every dollar to operate the United Way. Of course, if you still want to know where your United Way donation goes, here are just a few of the people to ask.
I was 9 months pregnant. He knocked me clear across the back end of a couch. To intimidate me, he would put his fists through the wall. In our house, it looked like a war zone. And he told me if I ever left him, he'd kill me. I came to the shelter after I had met with a psychiatrist, and she told me about the women's groups that were available through the United Way. And I went there. Since I didn't have anywhere to go, this service was provided. I loaded my daughter, 2 suitcases and $14 into a car, and we arrived there. And from the minute that I arrived at the shelter, I received counseling, and I worked on my plan how I'd regroup. If it hadn't been for all the support and for all the help and literally the shelter and everything that includes, I would not be here today. I know I wouldn't.
I suffered 10 years on the streets. I lived on the street and I didn't even care. I had forgotten how to work. I wasn't even sure my name was Dorothy Taylor. Today I am. Thanks to the United Way, I'm back on my feet. For the first time in 10 long years, I went back to work. My program that I went under taught me how to work your hands again, how to think what you're doing again. You know what's the most important? These people made me like myself. I'm gonna make it. I'm going back into society and be like a normal person. I don't have to be a rat no more. I'll look down on or feel sorry for. The sky's the limit.
It was just a room where we had an oven and a stove, and the stove did not work. It worked a little bit, but I was afraid to use it because it was just a small enclosed room. Well, at the time, they were too young to really understand any of the conditions we were in. And I'm glad. It used to hurt me because I didn't want to ever raise my kids like that. I never saw myself in that kind of situation before. Trying to find someone to take care of my children, I would only make enough money to just pay the babysitter for that one day. When I finally got into Child Care Dallas, I was pleased with it because I didn't have to worry anymore, and I knew that my kids were being fed and that they were getting unannounced visits from social workers to make sure that everything was okay. I'm real happy with it, and they really enjoy it. Thank you, United Way. Thank you for everything you've done for me, Erica, and Daniel, and Nicholas.
People saw me, they wouldn't give me a chance and said, sorry, no job. And I was 58 years old. The United Way helped me find this job. I'm proud of myself for getting this job. And I think all my family is proud of me also. People treated me real good here. And about last year, in February, they gave me a birthday party. You know what one of the boys told me at the workshop? I looked like George Burns. If it hadn't been for the United Way, I don't think I'd have the job that I have today. Say good night, Gracie.
We basically knew Mark wasn't going to make it quite a while before we were told. They knew Daddy was sick, and they knew he had the cancer. They knew about the chemo. If I had to sell every stick of furniture I was going to, it would have come to that if it wasn't for the United Way. And they knew when to show up. They knew what to say. They knew how to hug. They knew when you needed a hug. And sometimes they needed a hug, too. It's a wonderful feeling, but it really makes you want to give when it comes the chance for you to give. I want to be able to... They got so much out of giving, and I could see what they got out of it. That's why I want to give now. I want to help, too, because life's got a lot of sad things to it, but life is worth living. Thank you very much for giving.
If you'd like to do something for someone else today, something that will save the life of one more abused woman, something that will help one more retarded citizen find a job, something that will get one more man, woman, or child off the streets, there's only one thing you have to do. Give to the United Way.